Welcome to Fabulosity For You, and my name is Angie. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please click the subscribe button, then click the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first to know. Like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, relationship advice, and lifestyle. And if this is not your first time visiting my channel, well, welcome back, my queens, and welcome to the kings out there. So, today is Friday. Okay? And I've been waiting all week to touch with my kings and queens on Friday. I don't know about you, but I've had a long, long week. I'm telling you, I've had a long week. Okay? Guys, I've been so busy, it's not even funny. All right? But here I am with my kings and queens, and I'm so happy to be here. So, you know what time it is. It's Friday. It's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. It's Friday. Today is Friday. Okay, so we're here tonight with another Dear Angie. And it's a good one. So you know what time it is. Go get your snack of choice. Go get your drink of choice. And come back and listen to your girl Angie. Text, email, call, send a letter in a bottle, baby, and let everybody know that your girl Angie is on the line. Okay? I want to thank all of my subscribers, my new subscribers. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. It's Friday, so I like to get a little bit jazzy for my kings and my queens. So today, I got this snake print little dress on. And I'm hoping I think I'm looking fly. I hope I'm looking fly. I have my glasses up today, which if you've been with me for a while, you've seen these glasses, okay? These are the glasses of tonight. All right. And so we're just going to get right into it. So I told you I'm going to be doing Dear Angie's until I finish all my letters that have been sent to me. And I've been kind of busy and hadn't been able to answer the letters. And so here I am tonight. Okay. So I have it all up here. And I received a letter from a 35-year-old woman, and she's from Chicago. Yes, we got Chicago in the house. Chicago in the house. Yes, we have Chicago in the house. We have a letter from Chicago. It's from a 35-year-old woman, and she says, Dear Angie. She said, I am a 35-year-old woman. She said, I'm very accomplished. She said, I am a 6-figure woman. She said, I have a luxury condo. She said, I drive luxury cars. And she said, to some, I have it going on. I'm also a very attractive woman. She said, I like to work out and keep my body in shape. She said, I have all of this. But she said, Angie, I've been single for over 3 years. She said, when I get a date, I never get a call back. She said, and I haven't had a date probably in over a year. She said, I don't know what it is. I'm starting to feel low self-esteem because I have all of what I want in life at this young age of mine, but I have nobody to share it with. She said, Angie, one day I went jogging in a park downtown Chicago. And it was this guy on the bench. And when I was running, I saw him. My antennas went up. I was like, he's a tall man. He was very attractive. And he had an athletic body. I didn't know whether he was a basketball player or who he was, but when I ran past him, he stopped me and we had conversation. And we had such a great conversation. We had a great connection. She said, so he asked me for my phone number and I gave it to him. That night, she said, he called me and we talked on the phone. We talked all night. We was talking till the sun came up. I added that in. And she said, the next day, he offered to take me to Starbucks. She said, I know these days, these guys, they just don't jump in, taking you to the nice restaurants. They do something like Starbucks. And she was okay with that. And she said, we stayed in Starbucks and we stayed in there for hours. She said, I didn't want the date to end. And so he asked me when I was available again. And I normally don't do this, but I said, why don't you come by for dinner? But she said, I am a cook. I love to cook. And I've been eating by myself. And I just thought it would be nice to have him to come over and just us eat dinner together. And so he was happy that I asked him that. He was like, wow. He said, of course I would come. What kind of wine do you drink? And so I told him, and so he came with a nice bottle of wine, and we just talked, and it was just so romantic. We just had that chemistry, and we just had a connection. She said the next thing I knew, we were in bed. And she said, Angie, we used protection and everything. She said, but it had been some time since I had sex with a man. And I was just really, really, I didn't, if we never saw each other again, I just was attracted to him and I was just going with the flow. And if I never saw him again, I just would never see him again. But of course, afterwards, he spent the night and we've been seeing each other ever since. She said, but the key is, he and I have been just full of rapture with each other. We're hanging out together. He comes over when I get off work and he spoils me. He reminds me of bath water. He just tells me I'm beautiful, which I haven't heard. Most men don't compliment. They're not really talking sweet the way he's talking. And might I add again, the sex was the bomb. She said, but Angie, the kiki is my best friend. I finally got up for air and was able to talk with her about what's been going on with he and I. And I showed him, I sent her a picture of him. And then she says that she's seen him before. And she said that this man was homeless. That she saw him in that same park because she runs in that park too. And all the women seen him because he's gorgeous. But this man is laying on the park bench. She said, Angie, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe what she was saying. So when he came over that night, I asked him. I told him what happened. I just point blank said, are you homeless? And he said yes. He was very embarrassed. He said, I just didn't want to say it to you right away. I had planned on telling you. But yes, I'm homeless. He said that he was a business owner and he made some bad business decisions. And because of that, he lost everything. He does not have family. Only family he has is his brother, and they are not close. He said he didn't have anybody he could fall back on. And so he ended up living in his car. He said that he lives in his car, and yes, people have seen him on the park bench because when his car was broken down, he stayed and slept on the park bench. He said that he is trying to get himself together. It's been tough, But he said he will get himself together. He's in a bad place, but he will not always be in this place. She said, Angie, it's only been 3 months since we've been together. And I am so torn because I am so in love. I'm smitten by this man. I don't know if I should offer him to live with me. We've been seeing each other almost every day. She said, Angie, what should I do? Should I let him move in and help him out a bit? Or should I cut my losses and move on? Wow. Wow. This is a tough letter. But I'm going to keep it real with you, my queen. And I'm going to break this letter down. So, you said that you've been single for quite some time. And that you haven't even had the opportunity to date. But when you have dated, you have not gotten a call back. And it's starting to mess with your self-esteem. You say that you're an accomplished woman, a 6-figure woman. You have the cars, the home, the clothes, the life. But you're alone. And so you decided to start keep your body in shape, and for stress, you start working out. And by doing that, you've been jogging in the park. And you meet this man that was sitting on a park bench. He was very attractive. In looks, he was everything he was looking for. He had the height. He had the looks. He had the body. And so you saw him before he probably saw you. But to your surprise, he stopped you. He had some good conversation. And you gave him his phone number. Your phone number. He invited you to Starbucks. And then you invited him to your house for dinner because you love to cook and you hadn't eaten with a man in a while. He comes to your house, you guys are clicking, you guys are vibing, you have the chemistry, and you say you haven't had sex in a while. And you didn't care whether it would be a one-night stand or not. You wanted him. And you got him. Moving right along, 3 months later, you show your friend the picture of your man, and she telling you she know him. He the fine homeless man in the park. And so now you want to know, because you in love, should you move him in and help him out, or should you cut your losses and keep it moving? Okay, I got you. I got it. Okay, so my queen, I know that you say this man was attractive, but you being somebody that is an accomplished woman and you used to the finer things in life, did you not see? I'm quite sure there were some signs that this was a homeless man. You have to look at, instead of his face, you should have been looking at his shoes. You should have been looking at his clothing. And his fingernails. To tell whether a man, you might not can tell if he's homeless, but if he's a successful man. Now, I'm just going to assume that he was groomed okay. He probably, had his hair cut, and there's some, just because, you're homeless doesn't mean that you don't have clothes. So I'm quite sure he was dressed clean enough. And he might have had a nice pair of shoes on. These days, it could be hard to detect if somebody was homeless. But when you're used to the finer things in life, you do know good things. You know if somebody have on a good pair of shoes or a nice, top on or some nice jewelry or something on. And so, I don't know. I think it could have been some kind of signs that this man was homeless. But the bottom line is, it's a lot of scammers out here in the world. It is. And you don't know if this man has been watching you. He might have been somewhere where you didn't see him. He could have been sitting in his car. I don't know what park you were at. But he might have been watching you and was just waiting on the right time to approach you. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I understand if the man is homeless, he's not going to just come out and say when he meets you, hey, I'm homeless. But you said you've been with this man for 3 months, and he has mentioned nothing about being homeless, and he doesn't have a job, so I don't understand when you go to work, where is he? Is he acting like he going to work? Does he have conversations about what's happening to him at the job? Because if he didn't do none of that, then those were red signs right there. You said he kept coming over to your house. Did you ask him, when can I come to your house? Knock, 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 knock. My queens, we got to be really smart out here in this world. You can't just be scared to ask questions. I would be like, where do you live at? When can I come over? You say you a woman that is used to the finer things in life. It's been 3 months. When did he take you out to dinner? Did you not require that? That's a sign. That's a red flag. You said he took you to Starbucks. That might have been a whole, $15, $20? And you, this woman that is, very accomplished. Now, I see that you're vulnerable is what I'm getting. Because you didn't know this man and you asked him to your home. And not only that, you was cooking dinner for him. Do you really think he deserved the dinner? Should he have been coming to your home and you didn't really know him? When you're a woman of substance, my queen, you have to behave that way. And it doesn't matter that you hadn't dated in a while or you haven't had sex in a while. You still have to have your standards because women are getting scammed these days. And so you have to be careful. And you have to keep your standards. You didn't care whether you never seen him again. You didn't care if it was a one night stand. He was what you was looking for. Well, you know what? I can't really get mad at you at that because you know what? Hey, let's keep it real. We're adults. And if somebody is consenting to have sex, regardless of how long you know each other, you're a grown woman. That's your prerogative. And I'm not going to down you for that. But now, I think you became stigmatized. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you only been knowing this man for 3 months, and he is not taking you out to a nice on a nice date. And you cooking for this man. And it's 3 months later and you contemplating letting him move in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, my queen. You've been stigmatized. And I'm still not counting being scammed out. Because like I said, he at that park, he might have been saw you and was casing you. How do you really know this man had his own business? So I would suggest that you do some background check on him. You can get online and Google him, and you can pay for his credit reports and all of the things. And since you say you got some real coins, you can get a private detective on him. But it's no way on God's green earth that he will move in my house. Because regardless of what, you guys started the relationship, the foundation on a lie. If your friend never had said that he was a fine homeless man in the park, would you have known? Would he have told you? And trust and believe, if you saying he that fine and his sex is that good, you think you the only one that this man ain't really homeless like that. He's staying with another woman. Okay? But if he can catch a big fish like you, then that's what he gonna do. But if he all of that, don't think that man, he might have laid on that park bench for a minute, but honey, at the nighttime, he went on to whoever house he go to. Or maybe that woman kicked him out that day. But if he like that, somebody let him into the house. And so you got to worry about that. Does he have another woman? Because to me, it sounds like he playing you. I don't know. I don't have enough information, but I do have enough information. So my advice is to do some investigation on your own. If you have some coins, like you said, you can get a private investigator and make sure this man is saying who he is. Ask what business did he have, and you can look it up yourself and get his credit report, and you can get a lot online on people and find out who are you sleeping with. Who is in your house? Because once you move somebody in, honey, they got new laws they passed in Chicago. You just can't throw somebody out. And so and you can go to work and all of a sudden this man, you come home and all your whole house is gone. Everything in your home. So don't be a fool for a good looking face and for a good roll in the bed. I tell you guys, use your mind and not your heart. Because these days, men, it's a lot of scams going on. They prey on women that's lonely. They prey on women that's accomplished. I said it before, a woman would sit up and take all day to pick out a pair of shoes, talk to a man for 15 minutes on the phone, and say he the one. My queen, you have not known this man long enough to invite him to your house. Does he have children? You don't know this man from a can of paint. And so when you're an accomplished woman like that, you don't even have to be accomplished. You just have to be careful of the men that you choose. Especially one that your friends say that he the fine man that sleep on the park bench. And so I hope you receive my message. Always pray to God for guidance. By you putting your letter out, writing me, and I'm reading your letter, we are helping others. Because I'm quite sure it's women in your position. A lot of women fall for men that they don't really know, move them in the house, and all kinds of drama happens. And I don't want that to happen to you, Queen. Do your research. Pray to God. Anybody out there that's having relationship issues, or if there's a particular topic that you would like to talk about, email me in the description. And so I'm going to say thank you for watching my channel. Stay in peace and not in pieces.